Hey, good morning, BackFit community, and happy Friday. It is a beautiful Friday morning here in Victoria, and it's been a big week in our household, in our family. On Monday, our son Caleb turned 15, and on Sunday, it's Dr. Craig's birthday, which is also Mother's Day. So if you know me, I live by the motto that life is meant to be celebrated. And I think this really came through losing my mom at a young age. I was really left with the feeling that the special people and the special moments in our life really need to be celebrated. And for me, celebration is really about gathering. It's really about bringing people together and the sense of connection that we get from that. And obviously during this time, we've had to be really creative about how we do that. I've loved seeing all the cool videos on social media of birthday parades and virtual parties that are going on. For me, one of the big lifelines during this time has been group chat and Zoom calls that I've had with a group of girlfriends where we can really just come together and talk about what we're feeling and experiencing and feel really connected to one another. So why is it that social connection is so important? The reality is that social connection has been studied at length, and it is an essential part of our overall health and well-being. There's research to show that when we have high levels of social connection, that we have lowered rates of anxiety and depression, that we actually have higher gene expression of proper immune function, that we recover from disease much more quickly, and that we actually increase our longevity. And consequently, when we have lowered social connection, we see obviously heightened rates of anxiety and depression. We see things like increased inflammation at the cellular level. So we know that social connection is key. As one of my favorite authors, Brene Brown, likes to say, we are hardwired as human beings for connection. So, what is it that creates that feeling of connection? It's definitely having meaningful relationships in our life. It's having meaningful conversations. When I've heard Oprah Winfrey speak, and I've seen her speak 3 different times now, yes, I love Oprah that much. Every time I've seen her speak, she has talked about one of the greatest lessons that she learned from 25 years of the Oprah Winfrey Show, from 25 years of interviewing and sitting down with thousands of people from all different backgrounds. She says the common thread is that every person wants to answer these questions. Do you see me? And do I matter? And that's really what we're after. That's really what we're craving. That is the universal need that we all have as human beings. That is to feel seen, heard, and understood. Truly, that is what social connection does for us. And so during this time, we do have to get creative about ways to fuel ourselves with that kind of connection. But I just want to bring this message to you today really as a reminder of how important connection actually is to our physiology and to our health and well-being. And so I encourage you this weekend to really make that a top priority, to find ways to stay connected. I know for myself that when I get caught in that cycle of negative or stressful thinking, which has happened to a lot of us quite often over the last several weeks, one of the fastest ways to break that cycle is to get out of myself, out of my own head, and reach out to somebody else and connect with someone and check in and say, hey, how are you doing? What's going on for you? And to really find some common ground. We can also do that not just through relationships with our close family and friends, but we can do that through being a part of a community like this, where there's a group of people that are really on a like-minded journey, a journey toward optimal health and well-being. And when we have those common goals and desires, we can really share our struggles along the way and celebrate our wins. So I want to thank all of you for being really engaged with this community, because it does a lot for me. So I just, again, want to encourage you to focus on some social connection this weekend. Find ways that you can ensure that you're feeling seen, heard, and understood, and that you're giving that opportunity, holding that space for someone else in your life to feel seen, heard, and understood. So thanks so much. Happy Friday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas out there. Hope you have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy some sunshine, get some vitamin D, and we will see you next week.